I escaped an arranged marriage at 8 years old. I'm from West Africa. I'm a Sierra Leonean woman, and I was born and raised in Sierra Leone for until I was 8 years old. And so I lived in a village. A village is just like a town, like a city here in America in comparison to America. And they have what they call a chief, or like the mayor, the person who's basically, in charge or runs the city. And he has lots of wives. And so what he does that he kind of like, he's very creepy, old dude, very creepy. A lot of these chiefs are very creepy. So they basically watch little girls as they're growing up, and they get to pick and choose which one they want to marry. So at, I don't even know what age that he started watching me and decided, oh, I want her to be my wife. But at age 8, I started hearing more about it, and they kind of like started to prepare me to kind of become his wife. And so as they were kind of grooming me, basically, it was grooming me. So he was watching me. He's like, and then at age 12, I was supposed to like be betrothed to him. In Sierra Leone, I grew up in a very impoverished environment. So if I would have gotten married to the chief, then my family would have been set for life. They wouldn't have to worry about money, food, or anything like that. And my dad heard of it, and he came in and he's like, I do not want that for my child. Now thinking about it, I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you that he stepped in, because if he would have like not stepped in, I would have, at 12 years old, I would have been with this man, married to this man, and then be pushing out babies. And so I don't know how he found this woman who he was like, I need your help. I want to give her a better opportunity. And she knows somebody who runs an orphanage in Sierra Leone. And so she's like, okay, I can get her into this orphanage. And if she gets in there and she gets adopted, she gets to go to America. And America is seen as this angelic place where anything can come true. You know what I mean? That whole thing. So thankfully, my dad like snatched me out of the village, and he brought me to this orphanage. And I was there for about 10 months. And then I got adopted by a white family. Thank God for my dad stepping in. And so I got adopted by a white family and brought to the States. My best friend and I actually started a podcast called Adopted Gals Podcast. I tagged it below. So if you got to like hear more about my story and her story and all the crazy things that we've been through and what it's like being adopted in a white family, being a Black girl, basically in a white neighborhood where no one looks like you, check that out. I'll definitely have like, more story times on my personal page, just for fun to talk about it and just kind of like bring awareness to certain things. Yeah, so to this day, I am so grateful for my father saying, no, that's not happening. She's too young, and I want different and better for her. And because of him and his sacrifice, and my mom also had to sacrifice as well, because she was like, in her trying to, help me in what she thought was to help me, to have me get married to this chief. So for a while, she fought my dad on it, but then then my dad was like, okay, well, if she goes to America, she's gonna have a better life, and she can also, help us. And so she was finally able to like just kind of let it go and be like, okay, fine, just send her to the orphanage.